So Olivia decided to make the choice to send you to me. And we started our journey to make you whole again.
I'm so excited to be joined on Primetime Local News today by a special guest who is in Michigan today. And so the weather is about the same as ours. Danielle Allore-Taylor is here. Danielle is with Fluff Stuffed Animal Restoration. Thank you for joining us, Danielle.
Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Well, Danielle, you do something that I think is just so cool. You take stuffed animals, no matter how old they are, and you restore them. So tell me a little bit about this whole process and why you do this.
Oh, goodness. I do this because I love it. It's been something that has been a part of my life for a really long time. My mother used to do it for me when I was little, and the older I got, I realized it was something I could do for others. So the reason why I do it is just to make people smile and mend their heart while mending fabric at the same time. So
Do you know roughly how many you think you have restored, or do you keep count of that kind of thing?
over 100 now. The ones that I have videotaped, the special sentimental ones, I think is about 50, between like 50 and 70, but I've restored many more off camera to either give back to the community or, just however else I can help people. So.
What's it like for you when you see the reactions of these people? I've seen some of your videos on TikTok where, somebody had this stuffed animal for 30 years. It was in really, really rough shape, and you managed to restore it to, basically pristine condition. And then when they get it, you see them get emotional. How does that make you feel, Danielle?
I cry every time. It's no question. I get so emotional seeing them reunited with their friend in the prime condition that they had been when they first met. It's like turning back time. It's super emotional and a beautiful moment.
Have you ever come across a stuffed animal that you looked at and you thought, oh my goodness, this might be a little too difficult to fix? Because I've seen some of the ones that you have shown and they're in pretty rough shape.
There have been a few times where I always do a consultation before I receive a stuffed animal. And there have been a few that have said, I'm pretty sure I have one that you might not be able to fix. And I almost agree with them. And then I remember what I can do. And my answer is I can always help in some shape or form.
So where have your clients come from? Are you finding that they're coming from all over the United States? And have you had any from Canada yet? Or are they basically around the area that you live?
It started locally and then it exploded once my TikToks went viral. I have not had any out of the United States yet, but I'm working on that. I have a few people from Canada actually who are excited for a restoration. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Is there any certain criteria, Danielle, when someone comes to you with an animal? Like, for example, if the material is so worn that you can replace it with something else, or do they insist most of the time it has to still be the original material?
Usually most of the time, the individual is so sentimental and attached to what the material already is. I'm actually working on several replicas for people who want, to be able to look at a side-by-side comparison of what their stuffy used to look like. But primarily, I've never been asked to replace an entire body. I've been asked to reinforce it. So I am able to do that, but there definitely is a certain point where if you change too much, then it isn't as memorable as what it was before.
And do you do anything special? I noticed in a couple of them you are restoring, little hearts that look like they're inside the animals. Are those things that came with the stuffed animal, or is that something that you can do as a specialty as well?
I call it their memories. So my mother, whenever she fixed one of my beloved stuffed rabbit that I still have to this day, she'd always push his stuffing back in and say, we can't forget his memories. So I apply that to all of my restorations that I do for others. I will put it in a little fabric envelope that I make by hand, and I add a little button heart on the front and fill that with stuffing or any of the used parts that aren't going to be on the stuffed animal anymore, because I feel like that's part of the reason why people can't agree to a restoration right away, is because they're just afraid of what will be missing when their friend gets fixed. So I love that part. It makes me smile every single time.
Well, Danielle, it's been a pleasure to speak with you today. And if anybody would like to get in touch with you, whether they want to have a consultation about, a 30-year-old stuffed animal that looks like you might not be able to be saved, or even, some kids go through wear and tear, and after 2 years, sometimes stuffies just don't look the same.
Right.
If they want to get in touch with you, Danielle, what's the best way to do that?
Fluffrestoration.org is my website. If you scroll down, you can set up a consultation with me, or if you feel better, you can email me at fluffstuffedanimalrestoration@gmail.com. Those are the best ways to get a hold of me for a restoration.
All right, Danielle, well, thank you so much for speaking with us today. And thank you for what you do. It really is creating a lot of lasting memories for people. So we wish you good luck, and we'll continue to watch your account and see all these amazing restorations.
I appreciate it so much. Thanks for your time.
And now, my beautiful friend, you're ready to go back home.